guys, it's hike number 9 out here in the mountains in Colorado. I plan on doing between 15 and 20 miles, hopefully closer to 20 miles. It's the earliest I've been out. It's about 3:10 in the afternoon. I'm around 20-25 minutes into the hike right now. Remember how I told you guys that my guide from school that showed me this trail, his grandparents lived out here in the late 1800s, early 1900s? Well, this is the chicken coop I was telling you about that I told you I'd show you. It's in this rock ledge here. You could see they stacked up rocks for protection here. They just kept the chickens in here with a fence around it to protect from the coyotes and the mountain lions and any bears, grizzlies that were around at the time. There's no grizzlies in the area anymore, so I've heard. There are some rattlesnakes and things like that still. They actually lived right next to this rock ledge. I'll zoom in for you guys. They actually live right next to that rock ledge right there in the distance while they were collecting sandstone for that church in Sanford, Colorado that I told you about. Anyway, gotta get on the trail. Gotta start getting some miles in that way. And hopefully I make it back in one piece today. I'm taking a little lunch break right now. I'm pretty tired. I only slept for like 4.5, maybe 5.5 hours last night. I was up pretty late. I had a Red Bull pretty late just because I didn't have enough caffeine yesterday and a headache was coming on. Yeah, I know I'm a crack addict, but I guess that's how it is. Got a little chilly since the lunch break. I'm still on my way out, my way out into the hike. I haven't headed back yet. It's hard to find places just to talk, just because it's so windy here in the mountains. I passed through some gates, so I'm into like a new wildlife area right now. I think I'm around, I'd say 7.5, 8 miles into my hike right now. What I wanted to say is, I know some of you think I'm crazy. Some of you think I flit between this and that, and I can't make up my mind about stuff. And I also know that some of you know that I'm doing exactly what I've always wanted to do right now. Just getting in shape, being in school, getting my biology degree so that I can go to med school. I used to train a lot. I used to ride between 400 and 600 miles a week on my bike. That was road and mountain biking. Mostly road, since I was living in Manhattan. And I used to run during the same time anywhere between 50 and 90 miles a week. A lot of that was in Central Park. Some of that was in Van Cortlandt Park in the Bronx. And a lot of that was just along the west side running path, right along the Hudson River. I also did a lot of running along the East River, past the 59th Street Bridge in Manhattan, but that was a lot less so. So a normal day, like let's say a Monday morning, would look like me getting up and taking the subway to Central Park to either run around the bridle path or do a couple loops around the park. Sometimes just one, a lot of times just 1.5. So that came out to be like 9 miles. Sometimes I would leave the house and just run to the west side. I did try to run on dirt, just like I'm hiking on dirt, obviously, a lot more than I did run on the street. A lot of Sunday long runs were on the street if I did like 14 and 15 and 16 milers. And if I was running that long, I didn't run that long that often. I tried to run with a group. I tried to go on like a New York City Marathon training run, which is open to anyone in the New York Road Runners Club, even if you're not running the marathon that year. I never ran a marathon. I've never even run a half marathon. I'm trying to think. I almost ran a half marathon a couple times. Not that I wasn't able to. I've run like a dozen 15Ks though. That's 9.3 miles. I always tried to run something that I could actually have a good time in. I wasn't necessarily, I wasn't necessarily ever training for a half marathon, and I never trained for a marathon. I might have been able to do well in a half marathon here and there, but 15Ks are a lot of fun. They last about an hour if you're in good shape, and yeah, they're a lot of fun. I did several, not several dozen, but several cross-country 15Ks that were held in Van Cortlandt Park. It was 3 loops of the cross-country path in Van Cortlandt, and I've run the Utica Boilermaker a few times. I showed you guys that picture once. Other than that, I didn't swim. I can swim. I can swim really well. I love the pool. I feel very good in water. But during that time, when I was riding up to 600 miles a week and running up to 90 miles a week, I did not swim. So I never competed in a triathlon. I've always wanted to try that, and I see some in my future, but definitely not right now. I'm not in shape at all right now for any kind of race, be it cycling or running. I probably couldn't run a mile in under, I might be able to run a mile in under 9 minutes. That would be like a bet. I think that would be tough. And so I'm not gonna like sit here or hike here and tell you guys that I'm fast right now. I'm fat and I'm out of shape. But I want to kind of tell you why I'm so obsessed with getting in shape. It's obviously I want to be in shape and compete again, but it's more so that I'm used to being in shape. And even though I'm out of shape, only over the past few years have I actually felt out of shape, even though I was out of shape for such a long time, because I was so in shape that even when I got out of shape playing cards, I felt like I was still in shape, and I still saw myself as that person, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure if any of you are athletes. I'm sure you are. Comment below if you know what I'm talking about, like where you were at a high level and then you got out of shape, but you still kind of saw yourself, not necessarily at that high level, but you still saw yourself as being in shape. Oh man, I am a little tired right now, and I definitely am in the middle of nowhere, if you guys can tell. I'm not worried. I am on a pretty solid path. It has forked off a few times, but I did set my compass. The truck is 47 degrees north from here. I'm not sure if it was north-northeast. I think it was north-northeast. Excuse me if my compass talk is a little off. It's been a while. So I'm good. If I was to lose my way, I'm okay. But that's why I'm so obsessed with getting back in shape. Of course, it's gonna heighten my confidence, and of course, I'm gonna be able to date beautiful women again once I get in shape. But it's really not about all that. It is about that, but more so, I just want to compete again, and I just want to be in top shape. So let me get back to my schedule. Monday, I would take the subway to Central Park so I could run on dirt. Monday afternoon, after school, I would get on my road bike and ride up to Central Park and do, I don't know, anywhere between like 5 and 9, 5 and 10 laps. go on pretty much till Friday. I might have a date on Thursday night and Friday night. I generally didn't go out on Saturday night just because there was usually like a race or like a really long ride or a really long run on Sunday morning. I hope that the wind isn't affecting this too much. I know it's amplified. Like I said, it's hard to find a place to talk. So on Saturday and Sunday, depending on whether I had a race on Sunday, there was almost never races on Saturdays. Once in a while there were. I would sometimes run like 4 or 5 miles and then get on my bike. But usually I would just get on my bike on the weekends and ride anywhere between 80 and 150 miles. If it was the fall during century season is when there's a lot of 100-mile bike rides, I would just do a century a weekend. Sometimes there was like multi-day long bike rides, like 300 miles. It was like New York to Connecticut and back, and we would stay in some kind of motel on Saturday night and ride back on Sunday. So that's where I'm coming from. I want to eclipse where I used to be. I want to eclipse where I used to be, literally. I know I was in fantastic, ridiculous shape, and I know I'm in hard, fantastical, bad shape now. But I don't know, I have the drive. I'm crazy enough. I am crazy in certain ways. I'm not crazy in the fact that I don't know what I want. I know exactly what I want. All I want is to be in shape and get my biology degree. And I'll be here for a few years. So I see myself accomplishing both. The only thing I'm worried about is injury, and that's why I'm taking it slow. That's why I haven't begun to run yet. And I haven't really even gotten on the bike yet. That's more so because of the weather, and also really because my bikes are pretty much out of commission. Not pretty much, they are. My road bike is shot after my crash, needs a lot of work, and I'm gonna get a mountain bike this summer instead of riding road, just because I haven't done it in so many years. I do know how to ride a mountain bike, but just look at this. This is right outside my doorstep, literally. So it'd be a shame not to get a mountain bike and just ride this instead of the roads around here, especially since the drivers probably don't really know how to handle many cyclists unless you're in a group. And I don't know many bikers around here yet, if at all. So training by myself is going to be the reality for a while until I meet some people, and I'll be able to do that easily in the mountains because there's no vehicles to bother me except a Jeep once in a while, probably this summer. No vehicles can get on this path at the moment, but this summer they will be able to, but whatever. So really, I'm just worried about injury. I don't know if I'm going to start running at all this summer. If I drop a lot of weight, I'll probably start running. But the easiest way to injure yourself running is to start when you're overweight and just put so much stress on your joints and your tendons and your muscles that needn't be. So I might not start running until late winter, if not next spring. I'm gonna hike a lot. I'm gonna mountain bike a lot, and I might get in the pool. I'm not sure about the schedule this summer at the pool at Adams State, so I have to check that out. I am worried about next winter. This winter was pretty mild, and next winter could be crazy. It does get 30 to 40 to 50 below here at night during the winter, which probably translates between like 5 degrees and 20 degrees during the day. That's not great weather. And if there's snow, this will be hardly accessible. I will be doing some snow showing, so maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe the snow and the weather won't affect me. I'll just get better gear, and I'll try to see if there's a rowing machine in the gym. I haven't been in the gym to work out. I've been and checked it out a few times, and I don't know if there's a rowing machine. And I'd probably get in the pool next winter for sure if the weather turned out to be bad. That's it. I hope that gives you a line on what I'm doing and who I am and what I'm working towards. What I'm definitely working towards. That's all it's about. If you guys want to comment about tips for hiking, for cycling, for mountain biking, for running, for swimming, for using a rowing machine, for nutrition, that's awesome. I need the most help with nutrition. I will have a kitchen again very soon. I'm very excited, and I need to plan out some meals, some healthy meals. I know I have to cut down on food in general, but the reality is I'm going to be doing so much hiking and so much mountain biking that my food might increase and my weight might go down anyway. So yeah, if you guys want to help me out with nutrition, that'd be awesome. And literally, if anyone wants to come this summer to Alamosa, Colorado, or on any trips I might be going on, email me. We could train together. We can go on hiking trips together. We can go on long distance hiking trips together where we're camping. I'll be doing a few of those this summer. I might be doing ones as long as a week or two. Probably not 2 weeks, just because I wanna put out a bunch of videos and write a lot this summer. So that's it. Like I said before, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos, and I'll see you very, very soon. Oh, let me just say one thing. I am going to put out the content. I did video a lot when I came here between February and now. Today is April 18th. I did video a lot. The first couple months were a little rough for me in a lot of ways, just school and just getting settled here. I pretty much got it down now. I'm a lot happier than I was, but I'm gonna be putting out those videos. If not after this video, it'll be before this video, and I know that's weird because I'm telling you about videos that you may have already seen. But yeah, I'm excited, and like I said, anyone that wants to go hiking or mountain biking this summer is welcome to come to Alamosa. You could sleep on the couch or whatever. Or you could put a tent outside my window. I don't give a shit. I'll see you guys later. But other than that, I hope you guys are enjoying the video. If you're new here, subscribe. If you like the videos, click that thumbs up button. And if you really like the videos, tell your friends, your family, and your coworkers. I wonder what lives down this hole. I wonder if it's a prairie dog. I'm gonna see they're definitely prairie dogs, because here's a big hole, and right over here is another hole. It's smaller, but I know they could swim themselves down for holes. So as soon as I see, oh wow, here's another hole right here. Yeah, these are probably definitely prairie dogs.